Hi guys. So today I thought I would jump on and do a video instead of like a Voxer chat because yesterday I realized that I spoke for 10 minutes. So that is a long time on Voxer. So I thought sometimes it's easier to just do a video, and I'm actually going to show you a few things on my phone and like apps and stuff and how I like do things for my stories. So today's topic is about stories. You would have seen me post the graphic before, and yeah, I'm just going to go through how I do my stories. Hello. All right, so for me, my stories are where I run my business. It's where I figure out who my prospects are. Where I figure out like how keen my prospects are. It's where I communicate and initiate communication with people, and it's also how I educate the people on my Instagram. So I don't do a lot of classes anymore. I used to do classes all the time, but I found that my followers love it when I do stories about like a certain topic or things, because it's easier for them to just watch in their own time. They don't have to go through the hassle of like actually doing a class. In saying that, classes are a whole other thing that might be a topic for another time, but classes are still super powerful and super needed. This is just the way that I like to do things. So yeah, okay, so stories. Stories are like, you know how we spoke about yesterday, how our feed is like the front door. It's the front door of your business, the front door of your page. I like to think of stories as a window into your life, into your business, into your oily journey, because it is really, because we get to curate what we want people to see, but we do get to be a lot more personal and a lot more real in our stories than we are like on our feed, because we want our feed to be nicely like curated and like aesthetically pleasing and all that kind of stuff. Our stories can be a little bit different and not so much like that. I don't worry a lot about what my stories look like. More just, there's a few things that I'll get to that I like try and note, but yeah. Okay, so think of your stories as like a window into your house, into your life. Okay, that was low battery, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so one tip that I have for stories is to not have too many stories, but to not have too little stories. So for this challenge, I gave the story number like per day to be 3. For me, I do more than 3, but I think 3 is great when you're first starting out. And especially with like people's schedules and stuff, 3 is definitely a good amount. For me, if I look at someone's stories and if I see stories that expand for like all over the top of the screen, I'm going to initially like feel like, oh my gosh, it's a lot I have to watch. So I like to do about 10 to 15 stories. Sometimes I do more, definitely. That's if there's like a specific topic I'm talking about. So if I want to really talk about oils and emotions and I really want to teach that in my stories, I'll probably do a lot more. And the people who are interested will watch, and the people who aren't won't. But just for general day-to-day stories about my life, about my journey, about my kids, about oils, about all that kind of stuff, I like to keep it about 10 to 15 so it doesn't overwhelm people. And doing like 1 or 2, it probably is like too little for anyone to really like take a big notice of you. In saying that, there are definitely days that I do 1 or 2 as well. Just, we need a break, right? Still showing up, but you do need a break. So that's not me saying do 10 to 15 every single day. It's not like that at all. It's more just be aware of what you love watching on stories and what you think is a good number. So my magic number is 10 to 15, but yours might be, I don't know, 5 to 10, or yours might be 20 to 30. So it's different for everyone's followers, for everyone's Instagram, and for everyone's like style, the way they do things. And that's the great thing about Instagram, is that we can do it like that. Okay, so not too many, not too little. Thanks. Hey, sweetie. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So also when you're doing your stories, it's good to not do just one of the same style. So I'm talking like photos. You don't just want to have 10 photos. in your stories, you want to break that up with like a couple of videos, a couple of photos, maybe a disco, maybe a boomerang, a poll, or something like that. And like spread them around. Make your stories really interesting, like a video to watch. So for example, I might do today, I might start out with like a photo of my diffuser and what I've got in it. And then I might have a boomerang of like Ezzy like trying to sniff it or something like that. And then I will have a couple of actual videos of me talking about a particular product. I might go through like about Thieves Household Cleaner and be like, I'm just going to talk about my Thieves Household Cleaner. I'm going to do it like this, like this, like this. And then I'll have like a graphic of the recipe. And then after that, I might do a little like photo of the kids eating their lunch, or I don't know, something like that. And then maybe a like a disco of my nighttime oily setup. I don't know, something like that. Just off the top of my head, that's probably not the best amount of like stories, but that is like just an example. So yes, breaking it up between you and using different features that Instagram offers. Have a mixture of oily and personal. So you don't want to have just like all oily stuff every single day, because people get bored. They want to know you, they want to connect with you. And that's where you can be really real on Instagram. So, share like a moment that you had, just get on and be like, oh gosh, I was just, taking the washing out and I just saw that Ezra, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. And do that. But then if you can connect that personal thing to oily later on in the day, then that is like a big thumbs up as well, because then people are able to connect you and your life and just real life stuff, and then how you use your oils in your house as well. And relate the two. So relate oily and personal, because we are on a journey, and the oils in our house and in our life should be a part of who we are and a part of what we do. And also make sure we're aligning with the pillars, okay? So aligning with your 5 pillars that you have for your Instagram, but also are they connecting to the 3 pillars, the 3 pillars of how we run, what we do. So I think I spoke about this the other day, but leading people to the kit, getting people to live the lifestyle, and leading people to the business. So those are the 3 pillars. So making sure that your stories and stuff align with that. And the more you do it, the more you're going to like understand and realize, and like you're going to get the hang of it, if that makes sense. So there, what I wanted to say about stories. I wanted to show you a couple of the apps that I use. I'm going to have like an apps day where I talk about how to use Over, because Over can be like mind blowing, and it takes a little bit of practice to get used to. But I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on that in one of the days. But today I'm going to show you a couple of apps that I love. I've listed it in the graphic as well. But this one, Storylux, is wonderful. So it just looks like this, and you basically they're basically templates for your stories. So if you go in here, I wish I could figure out how to do screen share. I just don't know how to do it. So if you go in here and you click on like that one, I can change that to like a photo. Let's just say, I don't know, like this one, I suppose. It's downloading from iCloud apparently. And then you just click on it and you can pop it there, and then you can have like a whole different sort of like montage or different like things in there to like spark interest. So this is really good for like giving people something to look at, something different. It's got like nice backgrounds that you can choose. So for example, if you don't want if you want this background, you can change it to that, or you can change it to white, or you can change it to marble. You can also pay for this app if you like, and you can get like all the other features. I think I do, but it's because I use it every single day. So that's one app that you can use, and there's also different templates that you can like use as well. So you might want to do that one. You can go in there, and then you can like choose. Oh, there's a picture of Alice, and there's that. So that's really, really handy one to use. You can also add in videos, boomerangs, discos, photos, everything in there, so you can have everything there and it can be really like good to watch. I find that people are more engaged with my stories if I use like templates from Storylux where I can put multiple things in my stories. Another one that I like to use is InShot. Do I have it on this phone? So for those of you who don't know, I have two phones because one's always dying. But actually, you know what? Both of them are on 10% at the moment. So anyway, there's this one that you can use called InShot. I'm actually just going to download it right now because it's fabulous. Basically, it's how I speed up things and put music over the top. You can do like slow downs or slow-mos, or you can just join different videos together to make it like a really cute little like video. It's a really, really great app, and one I've used like literally for the past 2 years for so many different things. Okay, so this is what it is, InShot. So what you can do is you click on video, and then I can click on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it will join them together. So the videos, you can join the videos together. I think Naomi Beechams actually did a actual like tutorial on how to use this, so I won't go into too much depth. But you can join them together, and then there's an option for speeding them up, putting music over the top, and like all of that cool stuff. So that is InShot. And what is the other one that I love? Oh, Disco on VSCO. Disco on VSCO is great. You can, so if you go into VSCO, this is really the only time I use VSCO. But it creates that really cool slow-mo but like cinematic jolty look that I love. And so that if you just click this little icon up the top there, and then you click down here, it says Disco, and you turn it that way, and then you hold that down and just move the camera, it will take like a really cool little thingy. And then you can just save it and put it into your Instagram. Another thing that is really awesome at the moment, and I'm so glad that they've brought this out, is Instagram filters. Now, the old Instagram filters used to be like poo-poo bad. And what I used to do, it was such a time waster, but I used to actually have a whole other app where I would film myself talking like I'm doing now. I would put this film into an app to filter it, take that video out, put it into Cut Story, and I'd cut it all so it looked good for stories, then put it into my Instagram and then caption it and GIF it and all that kind of stuff. Literally doing like a set of stories would take me hours because it just was so tedious, like those like parts that you had to do. Whereas with Insta filters, you can literally just do your stories on Instagram, save them, put them into InShot, or you can literally just upload them there. Like it is such a time saver using those Insta filters. So use them how you like, but the best way I like to find new Insta filters is just like watching people's stories, and then up the top it'll have like warm to, and you can like click warm to, and it'll have like, you can say try it and see how it works. And you know, if you want more information on how to do that, just ask your sponsor or ask me. But that is how I do, that's what I love to use Insta filters. Storylux, InShot. Okay, the Giphy is great. I think I've talked about that before, but it has like a bigger range of GIFs rather than just the ones in Instagram. Over is really good for creating graphics, but I'm going to do a whole video on Over. And we've spoken about VSCO Disco. All right, that's it, I think, for today. I hope that was helpful and that you guys, I feel a little bit like, I don't know, like stories are hard, like it can be hard, and it's a bit of an art to it. And I think it's just all about finding who who your audience is, what they like watching. Also, another good thing to do in your stories is to do like a poll thing. I've done this a few times now. I actually saw Nalani did it the other day too, but you basically just have like, what do you want from this Instagram? And you say, what do you like seeing? Do you like seeing videos? Do you like seeing graphics? Do you want to know more about DIYs or like emotional support? Do you like talking about like Young Living products, or I don't know, the Premium Starter Kit, like all that kind of stuff. And it's really good to get to see like what your people like. And it's really great to be able to connect with them too, and just say if you have anything you want to see more, like leave me like a comment. It's a great way to just engage with your people too. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because this has been like 15 minutes. But I hope that was somewhat helpful. I'm loving everybody's like stories I've been watching, and I just love seeing them popping up in this little feed as well. And it's just so fun. This has been so fun, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to see who ends up with the credit. But I want to encourage you all that you're all doing a wonderful job, and I'm super proud of you all.